God said, hey, he's a judge, I'm going to bless him. I'm going to give him a little coin and stick it at the bottom of the stuff. Has no clue. Just thinks when he finishes the stuff, oh, someone gifted me a coin, praise Hashem. Well, the whole time he said, but this man's guilty. And the story is there to tell us that when he finally finished his snuff, because the court hasn't finished, there's 3 positive, one says, no, he's guilty. When he finally finishes his snuff, he finds this coin and says, oh, it's like I've been bribed. My eyes have not seen clearly. Takes the coin away and realizes he's not guilty. So just a fun little midrashic story to talk about this. This has been very pertinent in my work. I work for the utility, but also a lot of my colleagues, they have the news on 24/7. And make opinions of what you want. You watch the news daily, you're going to make a judgment, whether it's just or unjust. And we're watching, at least every day I walk into our break area, and you're seeing constantly, this person's guilty, this person did this. We don't know. Excuse me. So my encouragement today is for us to not make judgments, but also to actually study. This last year has been rough for my studies, because my time has been occupied when I get home with other things. But the challenge to me, and I told my wife this, I've got a ton of things that I want to read. They're sitting on my bookshelf. A ton of studies I want to do. And so I told her, I want to attempt to get a lot of that done by this time next year when my little girl turns 2. Without setting kind of a limit, it just won't get done. So, excuse me. I'm going to read a few passages today from Proverbs, just because this is where I want us to be encouraged, where I want to end today. This past year has been eye-opening for my walk of not knowing a lot of things. I don't know how to be a father. I'm having to read books. I'm having to call other fathers, other grandfathers, other wives, and say, what did you do when this happened? What did you do when this happened? No different than what we later see the elders. These things pop up. Family comes up. There's no sons. What do we do with the inheritance? They have to rule with it. What do we do? We know all the stories. We read them every year in our cycle. But what do we do with these things? I want us to challenge and encourage us, because what we saw last year, at least with our first story, is we knew a lot. We had spent the previous 9 months learning how to raise a kid, taking child classes, birthing classes, and then the kid got here and we know nothing. I don't think either one of us, I won't speak for my wife, I don't think any of us were like, we got this figured out, we know. But this kept coming back as I prepared the last couple of weeks. There are a lot of people in this walk that think they know everything about this, about halakha, about the Talmud, you name it. Quentin has to deal with it off and on throughout the week. We never see it. If you talk to Quentin, he'll give you stories, but we don't see some of those people.
It's
I know.
amazing. Especially since October, you get people showing up at the door pledging their support to you and how much they love you, and then you get people showing up at the door who are raging anti-Semites. Oh, we heard you do this, and
So we don't see all of that. But of all these people that I know, and I was one of these people about 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I wouldn't even know what just happened. I'm following page, and I don't know where we are, I don't know what we're doing. The last 3 years being with Quentin, he's walked alongside me, walked alongside most of you. It's very much humbling, because these are some of the things that were on me. 5 years ago, I was a fool. Claiming to know whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to read a few passages from Proverbs and then kind of cycle back around to our portion. Excuse me. So Proverbs 28:26. So this is something that I've had to deal with this year. Just asking other people. But Proverbs 28:26. Whoever trusts in his own mind is a fool, but he who walks in wisdom will be delivered or will be saved. Whoever gives to the poor will not want, but he who hides his eyes will give many a curse. When the wicked rise, people will hide themselves, but when they perish, the righteous will increase. In Proverbs 10, a fool makes light of sin. And that's verse 23. In Proverbs 15, 20. And there's tons of these. I'm just picking out a few that popped up. A wise son makes his father glad, but a foolish man will despise his mother. Foolishness is a joy to him who lacks sense, but a man of understanding walks straight ahead. Without counsel, plans fail, but with many advisors they succeed. To make an apt answer is a joy to man, and a word in season how good it is. The path of life leads upward for the prudent, that he may turn away from Sheol beneath. The Lord tears down the house of the proud, but maintains the widow's boundaries. The thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Lord, but gracious words are pure. Whoever is greedy for unjust gain troubles his own household, but he who hates his pride will live. The heart of the righteous ponders how to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pours out evil things. The Lord is far from the wicked, and he hears the prayer of the righteous. The light of the eyes rejoices the heart, and good news refreshes the bones. The ear that listens to life-giving reproof will dwell among the wise. Whoever ignores destruction despises himself, but he who listens to reproof gains intelligence. The fear of the Lord is instruction and wisdom, and humility comes before honor. There are more than I could read, but these are some of those that, reflecting on my life, this is all last year, apart from trying to sleep. I had a lot of downtime sitting, holding a baby, and your thoughts just go. There's things that I've done, I'm like, I need to fix that. Because a week from now, 2 months from now, she's going to reflect that back to me. A year from now, when she's talking, she's going to start talking like me and sounding like me. This is one of the things in this portion with Mitzvah, these judgments and rules that God has given Israel to make them the reflection of Him. We know, just like us, we don't live up to it. We step back, we stumble, we fall, we regret saying things. But this week definitely convicted me. Just various things that happened early this week. I had to change some of what I prepared because I realized there are some things that I still got to fix. I've still got to reflect and to stand out. My encouragement to us is not to end up the way the people did. I know we're going to stumble and fall. My big encouragement is that we do what Quentin did. And I don't know when Quentin contacted you. I don't know how long that has been. But Quentin wanted to get this done. Like it or not, I'm not the person to do it. He couldn't say, hey, Nick, teach me this. Quentin, you already know more of this than I do. He couldn't have called most of us in here. So he searched out a teacher. He searched out a tutor that could get him to complete this. Many of you have heard these sayings, but I just want to quote them back to us because it's convicting. Because right now I don't have a constant tutor or teacher to walk alongside with this. So, total honest, I don't have that. Seeking that out, and I desire that more and more each day. Joshua ben Uriah and the tithe Everite received the oral tradition from them. And Joshua used to say, appoint thyself a teacher and acquire thyself a companion and judge all men with the same skill weighted in their favor. Shimon, his son, used to say, all my days I grew up among the sages and found nothing better for a person than silence. Study is not the most important thing, but actions. Whoever indulges in too many words brings about sin. So both of those are from the Day of Oath. If you read that yearly, you've heard these things before. Diving into that very small section of the Mishnah, diving into those things, Quentin appointed himself a teacher. But the discussion around this also said, but find a companion that you can open this with. And not someone's going to say, you don't know what you're talking about. Why are you even reading this passage? But someone says, yes, have you considered that maybe Isaiah speaks of the same thing? Have you found that in the book of Judges, this occurred? Someone's going to walk side along your Torah studies, your scripture studies, but also a life companion. Like it or not, it needs to be the same gender. I know that sounds, somebody like, no, I can go stay with my wife all day. We are two different people. We will not come to the same conclusions. Oftentimes, we're not on the same path, if you will. I may be afar studying in something, and then she comes around 6 months later, or vice versa. She needs someone to strengthen you in that. So my challenge and encouragement is find someone the way Quentin has, especially if you have a goal in mind. Find someone that is knowledgeable in that and will get you there. But also do it. Quentin could have been tutored for the next 10 years with you and never got in front of us and did this. What good is that? It's knowledge for knowledge's sake. It's learning for learning's sake and not applying any of it. As Quentin has gone through Matthew chapter 5, we see that our Master Yeshua doesn't say, oh, yeah, just keep learning. He says, no, do these things. If you're not willing to do them, we later see him say, you're not one of me, you're not following me. So that's my encouragement and challenge, is that we would seek to better our lives, but also when we come up on something harsh that we can't figure out, we do what the people of Israel did. We run to the elders, we run to Moses. In our time, we find someone like Quentin or someone in that vein to challenge us and to keep us on the narrow path. And that's all I have.
Just for the record, I'll be here all day. I'll be logging in the evening. We'll do Abdallah after that. So if you have the time, you're welcome. If not, it's good having you. We don't usually do this prayer. I feel like doing it, but let's go to the Elohim. Elohim. Okay. Let's all go rise to Lady. Lady, let's make the dough. Let's take your love, your temporary. Shell of sun, your toad. Love someone, please go right down the hand. Shell of sun, in my hand. Go over the you, go on now. Then now you glory. Please don't be the money. If you ain't my working, I could just start with blue. Shell of sun, you're the Taurus.
greatness of the Master, and to ascribe greatness to tell the greatness of the Creator, for not making us like peoples and other families of the earth. Our responsibility is unique. He did not give us the same destiny. So we bend the knee, bow, and give thanks to the ruler, who's the ruler of all rulers. Blessed be He. Go ahead and read the next page quietly. Is anyone here mourning the loss of a loved one? Some of the last 11 months are coming up on a 1-year anniversary of fasting. Stuart, would you please lead this for us?
Peace, Roman, peace, These authorities are not these laws maybe the sugary food. They long in covered on Pavish Rata, Tushpasa, and also the Miranda, Romain. Nation of Rama Mishima, King of the Israel, be rude. Amen. Session will be Ramah, session will, and then we'll call Israel, be rude.
Amen. Read it however you. I still say Shabbos and Talis and everything. So it's just like Adon Olam, page 170. Adon Olam Asher Malav V'Tereko Yitzir Nifra L'Eina Sakaf Soko As I Melech Shmon Yikra Ba'at Karesh Bikut Hakom Levado Gim Lov Nora V'Hu Haya V'Hu Hover V'Hu Yigeh V'Tifara V'Hu Echad V'Ein Sheni L'Ham Silo L'Ham Fira V'Li Reish Chi V'Li Takli V'Lo Ha'oz L'Ham Zira V'Hu Eli V'Akon Li V'Tor Kedli V'Ein Tzara V'Hu Nisi V'Manosli Mano Akmanakosi V'Yom Egra V'Yado Eki Ruki V'Egni Sham V'Takira V'Imruki V'Yati Adonai Livalo Gira. And I can finally uphold many of the mental. And thank you for not throwing candy at me. Guys, listen, this is bad. I don't need more candy in my life.